Hey everybody, how's it going? Daryl here. Today I'll be reviewing the 7x20 BI by SHEHDS Lighting. So when thinking about modern lighting design, it's hard to think of a more essential lighting fixture than the moving head. Perfect for stage plays, concerts, and mobile wedding DJs. These lights are super useful. They can project light onto a surface as well as create a nice aerial effect. Granted, you have a little haze, of course. And that's why this mover intrigued me so much, because it can produce a beam as narrow as 3 degrees and go as wide as 30, effectively making like the beam angle functionality the same as a hybrid mover. This can be a beam, a wash, and a spot. So I was really excited when SHEHDS offered to let me try a couple of these 7x20 BI moving head lights. All right, so without further ado, let's go ahead and unbox this thing. So you get a manual, you get your mover, and you get this nice goodie bag, which includes a DMX cable, PowerCon cable, and a quick lock mounting hardware so that you can hang this upside down on a truss. And alright, and here we have our BI moving head. So I have a link to this moving head in the description below, and clicking on that link helps support this channel. But you can pick up this guy for $340 or two of them for $675. And SHEHDS has warehouses all over the world, and they will ship it to you from the closest warehouse to your house. They sent me two of them, one from their US warehouse and one from their Chinese warehouse, and it got to me in 3 days and about 2 weeks, respectively. They also make a flight case for a set of 2 of these, but they're out of stock at the time of making this video. And I just ordered this Rockville case that seems to be a perfect fit for these lights, and I'll have a link in the description below. So this guy is pretty lightweight. It only weighs 14.3 pounds. And while upright, it is 16 inches tall, 10.62 inches wide, and 7 inches deep. And so this light is made of a temperature resistant plastic shell. That's why it is so lightweight. It has 7 20-watt LEDs that are RGBW. It can pan 540 degrees and tilt 270 degrees. So as far as controls go, it has like a very modern, it has a very nice control panel on the front. It has this beautiful SHEHDS branding also on the front. So it has a full color LCD panel and some very nice, easy to read buttons. On the bottom, you have these rubber feet. So you can put this on a surface like a table or a totem, as well as these quick release. And you have your DMX in and out, and you have PowerCon in and PowerCon out, so you can daisy chain these, as well as an on and off switch. Let's go ahead and plug this in. So I'll go ahead and take you through like the different control options from the control panel. So in setup, you can change like the DMX address, as well as like some advanced settings, like make the pan be in reverse, the tilts in reverse. So you can go into mode. So you can go into like the different types of like operational modes. So there's like DMX mode, and within DMX mode, you can have 21 channels or 49 channels. The main difference is in 49 channels, it takes up more room, and you can have like manual control of each of the 7 LEDs. So you can do like some pixel mapping type stuff. Or you can just leverage the built-in macros in 21 channel mode. So you can have DMX, sound active mode, or auto mode. We'll do auto mode in just a moment. Hand. All right, so there's hand mode, which is just like manual mode. So if you were just like trying to set this and forget it, you can control all of the different parameters like the X, the Y, the focus, the speed, and you can just control that from here. But we're gonna do that with DMX. That will be a little bit easier than playing with these controls on this control panel. So you can change like the language. You can do reverse, like that switches the LCD panel to upside down, and that's useful if you're hanging this upside down so you can read it. You can turn off this backlight and it tells you the version number. There's info, and then there's plant. Wants you to enter in a passcode. All right, well, let's go ahead and plug this into DMX and let's get some haze in here. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and go over the various parameters of 21 channel mode. Normally I would do this in SoundSwitch, but SoundSwitch does not have this fixture imported quite yet. I did make a request, so at the time of watching this video, it may be imported. But today was the day I had the time to make this video, and I have ShowXpress and I created my own fixture. So here we go. Okay, so these first 4 parameters are like the XY, so that controls like where it is pointing. And then this is like the speed. So if you want it to move a little bit more slowly, you could activate that. See, it's like taking a lot longer to get to the new destination. So the higher the number, the slower the speed. Channel 8 is like the dimmer power. And there we go, there's some red. So basically, a lot of the magic happens with the zoom parameter right here. So you can get to a very narrow beam. You can get bigger. It's about the size of a spot. And then that's as big as a wash. So that is really cool. And then this is rotate. This is kind of where some of the other magic happens. You can choose like this. It's like the higher the parameter, it does different things. What really matters is like what it looks like on the surface you're projecting, as well as the beam angle. Just gonna change the color because why not? Yeah, I like the beam angle with this, but this kind of reminds me of a Chauve Quinta, which is not super popular. Well, I guess it looks a little bit more elegant as a single color, but you have the option of changing each color, each diode. Then I think it would definitely look like a Quinta. I don't know if this is my favorite look, the rotate. And as far as like the colors go, it is very nice uniform color mixing. So that is awesome. This is what the zoom looks like. Notice how it gets a zoom by mechanically adjusting this. So that's like a wide wash, and it's physically comes out to make a narrower beam. That's what the rotate looks like. So it has some built-in macros. Doesn't look like much, but on the front it looks a little bit cooler. I will show you that in a moment. Maybe let's dim it a little bit. So this is like what the color macros look like. I mean, doesn't look very impressive where it's like shining onto, but it looks kind of cool here. And then with the rotate. See, it has like some pixel mapping style effects. And the surface it's shining onto doesn't really look like much, but on the mover it looks kind of cool. You know, this is actually really cool because a lot of the time I struggle with gobos because they're always like changing to different colors, and it takes a little bit of time even if you have like the blackout during color change. But this is able to emulate a whole lot more colors than like standard gobos, and it has like really nice zoom range. Like macro and the speed of the macro, so you can adjust like the speed. The higher the number, the faster it goes. You can also have like a background color. Alright, so what do I think about these movers? Well, I am pretty impressed with them, and their functionality is awesome. They're extremely bright. They're very versatile. They have like the same capabilities as a much more expensive hybrid mover in such a sleek and compact package. I'm able to have a sharp 4-degree beam angle as well as a really wide wash at like 30 degrees. So that is impressive. I'm still not quite sure how I feel about the rotate functionality. Sometimes it makes it feel like it's a mini Quinta. You know, it looks like one of those old school puke spin washes, especially with the color macro where it's RGB. It really looks like a Quinta in the air and where it's displaying, so that probably is not my favorite. The pixel mapping abilities of these 7 LEDs is awesome. It creates some really nice eye candy as well as some unique patterns on the dance floor. The RGB color mixing is really nice. I'm able to throw so many more colors that I've never been able to throw with one of my traditional gobos. And as far as like how durable this is, I mean, I do have some concerns since it's made of plastic, but I think through normal usage and without dropping it, I think that this is a solid mover. I really guess like the test of durability will just happen when I take these things to gigs, so I will keep you updated. But yeah, overall, I don't think you can go wrong for like $340 per light and like $675 for 2 of them. I think that these are insane value. Like the Chauvet Hybrid 140 SRs, which I own, kind of have some of the same functionality, but with a few more limitations, and those might be a little bit brighter though. Maybe I haven't done a side-by-side test, but those are huge and they're massive, and these are a lot more compact, more mobile DJ friendly in my opinion. What do you think about these lights? Are these awesome? Do you like the rotate function where it kind of looks like a mini Quinta? Let me know what you think down below. And please smash like and subscribe. And if you haven't, please follow me on Instagram. That's where I'm able to give you the most updates. And remember, you can find a link in the description below, and clicking on that link helps support this channel. So I'll see you in the next video.